Kikio, a woman who recently moved with her husband to a new neighborhood, revealed that ever since they started living in the house, strange things have been happening. Even more shocking, the previous owners had actually warned them before they moved in and left behind several mysterious items, including holy water, as if to hint that the house held an unusual and unsettling history.
Desde que nos mudamos aquí a la casa empezaron a suceder cosas rarísimas, sin embargo, nunca había sentido nada en la casa. La cuestión es que cuando nos mudamos de casa, los ex vecinos, los ex personas que estuvieron rentando aquí nos dijeron que pues que esta casa según tenía algo porque todas las parejas casadas se terminaban separando. Otra cosa es que nosotros encontramos como clavos en las esquinas de las puertas y moneditas también metidos en los rincones. Esos son rituales.
On a quiet night, as Kikio and her husband had just arrived home, they noticed their neighbor's car door wide open with no one around. Driven by a mix of curiosity and concern, they decided to take a closer look. Little did they know, that moment would mark the beginning of a series of unexplainable events. Don't miss what happens next.
Oigan, amigos, estoy bien preocupada porque no sé qué le pasó a mi vecina, güey. ¿Eh?
Realizing the car was empty, Kikio and her husband paused for a moment, unsure whether they should tell their neighbor about the car door being left open. After giving it some thought, they decided to knock on the neighbor's door and let them know what they had seen.
No me acuerdo de su nombre. Hola, ¿hablaremos a la policía?
No, hay que ver si contesta.
Su garage.
No, si no estuviera ahí, no estaría el carro.
Ah, mira, yo creo que ya prendió la luz. ¿No? ¿Es tu lámpara? No, a ver, bájala.
Tócala un poquito más fuerte.
Ay, le tocas tú, me da miedo.
¿Ah?
Le tocas tú, me da miedo. Uy, la mierda. Uy, la mierda. Uy, tiene una pinche mierda ahí. Tiene como, se ve como una cabeza, te lo juro.
¿La señora, no?
Ah. No sé.
Esta mira me conoce.
Hi, hola, soy yo, la vecina de al lado.
Who is it?
It's me, your neighbor. The next door neighbor.
We're trying to let you know your car is open.
¿Ah?
Your car is open.
¿Qué pasó?
Su carro tiene toda la puerta abierta.
¿Mi carro?
Sí.
Oh my God. How can we open?
No sé, yo no sabía espantar. Soy yo, su vecina de al lado.
Oh my God.
Sí, su carro tiene toda la puerta abierta.
Alguien la abrió.
Sí. ¿Qué ver, no? Sí, está.
Yeah.
¿Quiere que le hablemos a la policía?
Virgen del Carmen. Y lo abrió. Y él tiene la llave.
¿Quién?
El que viene a robar acá todo el tiempo.
Ya.
La batería. Y es la puerta, esta puerta ya no trabaja porque la rompió. Y la policía no hace nada, ¿sabe?
As Kikio knocked on her neighbor's window, she was suddenly startled. A terrifying face was staring back at her from behind the glass. Strangely, even though the figure wore clothes identical to the elderly woman who lived there, Kikio felt that something was off. Why would someone or something be hiding inside like that? What confused her even more was that when the neighbor finally came outside, she didn't seem the least bit surprised about the car door being left open. Ever since that strange encounter, the unsettling disturbances in Kikio's home have only gotten worse.
¿Está alguien contigo durmiendo? Sí, está mi esposo. Mis 2 hijos están aquí. Los ronquidos que están escuchando son de él. No hay nadie en la casa. Hoy se escuchan también pisadas en el techo, güey. También ahorita ya estoy más tranquila que hace rato, porque hace rato cuando hice un live también y salí y estaba mi cajón de abajo de la cama abierto. Se escuchó el ruido cuando yo estaba grabando. Ese video lo subí. Pero no mames, gente, hace rato yo quería llorar porque tenía mucho miedo, neta. Cabrón, no mames. Puta madre. Ay, no, gente, yo creo que le voy a hablar a la policía porque neta que no. Y es que no están tocando mi ventana. No está tocando mi ventana. Es la puerta del cuarto la que están tocando. No mames. Hay alguien afuera de la puerta del cuarto, güey. Pero no es un puto humano. Ay, no. Voy a sentar aquí. Porque ya se recorrieron mis hijos. Entonces...
No, te pintaste aquí.
¿Sí ven en dónde están mis hijos? Carajo.
The next night, while Kikio was live streaming for her followers, she stayed awake as her family slept soundly beside her. Unexpectedly, that's when the real terror began to creep in. Strange sounds echoed from different corners of the house. from faint music to relentless knocking on her bedroom door. But the most disturbing moment came when she clearly heard her child's voice calling out, even though both of her kids were still fast asleep next to her. Holding her breath, Kikio tried to stay calm, suppressing her fear to avoid alarming her family.
Te doy permiso, no te doy entrada, no te doy permiso, no te doy entrada, no te doy permiso, no te doy entrada, no te doy permiso, no te doy entrada. No te doy permiso, no te doy.
The atmosphere grows more terrifying as the bedroom lights begin flickering on and off by themselves, accompanied by increasingly loud knocks pounding on the door. Kikio believes these bizarre and unsettling events all trace back to her mysterious encounter with the neighbor the night before, starting with that chilling stare through the window, followed by a strange conversation afterward. To this day, everything remains a mystery and no one knows what other surprises might be waiting. The following video comes from the YouTube channel Marcelo Caixeta Sobrenatural, known for its supernatural investigations. This time, the team sets out to prove the existence of an unseen entity believed to haunt an old, long-abandoned house. Maria, one of the investigators, sensed a strong negative energy coming from one particular room, and she was determined to find out the truth. Exactly at midnight, Maria chose to sleep in that very room. But what happened next went far beyond anything she could have imagined. investigation revealed that a spirit remained trapped in this world due to deep emotional trauma and a powerful desire for justice. Things took a terrifying turn when Maria spent the night in one of the rooms. Her body began to move in unnatural ways, as if controlled by an unseen force. After the incident, Maria tearfully shared her experience with the rest of the team. Shocked by what they heard, the entire crew agreed to stop the investigation and leave the house. So what do you think? Was it real or just part of a staged scenario? Share your thoughts in the comments. This chilling video first surfaced on the popular subreddit Paranormal Encounters, shared by a user named Sleed. In the post, Sleed explained that the footage was recorded around 8 years ago, back when they worked the night shift as a nurse at a rehabilitation center. That night was especially somber. One of their patients had just passed away. After preparing the body for the family and waiting for the mortuary staff to arrive, Sleed found themselves alone in a quiet hallway, right outside the deceased patient's room. What made the situation even more unsettling was the total silence of the night. No TV noise, no other signs of life. The air was still, until something terrifying suddenly shattered the calm and changed everything. As you just witnessed, strange and chilling voices echoed through the phone, leaving the uploader in complete shock. In their own words, they said, "The call light from the deceased patient turned on. I went down to turn it off. The phone was hanging on the wall, nowhere near the body. I returned to my station, but the light came on again. This time I answered it from the phone just to stop the light without going back. Then the speaker turned on, and I heard this coming from inside her room. Can you make out the words? Some viewers claim they can hear the words birthday and daughter among the mysterious whispers, though most of the audio remains hard to decipher. Still, the video has left many viewers feeling deeply unsettled. Could this be a final farewell from beyond the grave? Or is there a more logical explanation hidden in the static? What do you think is really happening here? Are we witnessing a desperate attempt to communicate from a spirit that hasn't moved on? And if so, what else might those eerie whispers be trying to say? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. This chilling video was recorded by a couple, John and Dagana, who live in an apartment in Florida, a place many believe carries a mysterious, supernatural presence. They moved into the unit in early 2024, and it didn't take long before strange feelings started to surface. It was as if they weren't alone. Unexplained events soon began to occur, suggesting that some unseen force, perhaps a restless spirit, was quietly lingering in the dark corners of their home.
What the What the
One night, the couple captured something truly strange on camera. A toy ball, which is supposed to light up only when touched, suddenly activated on its own with no one nearby. The toy uses motion sensors that respond to physical contact. Yet in the footage, the ball lights up without explanation. Some viewers initially thought their dog might have triggered it, but a second camera angle clearly showed the dog was nowhere near the ball. The mystery didn't stop there. Out of nowhere, a letter arrived at their door addressed to the former resident of their apartment, Unit 202. Curious, they reached out to the previous tenant, and the response they received was chilling. She admitted to experiencing the same kind of paranormal disturbances and confessed that she had once fled the apartment in the middle of the night without warning. Both Dagana and the former tenant reported finding objects covered in deep scratch marks and claimed to have seen the eerie figure of an old person sitting silently in one of the chairs. Her terrifying advice: leave immediately. Strangely enough, even burning sage, a common method to clear negative energy, only seemed to make things worse. Despite the warning, John and Dagana decided to stay, hoping it was all just a coincidence. But whatever was haunting the apartment clearly wasn't happy with their choice. Peace and quiet became nearly impossible to find.
No way. No way.
I swear to God. Close it. Close it again. Close it. Close it. Bro?
I hope I recorded that.
Okay. Wait, are you recording?
The couple firmly insisted that no strings, wires, or hidden mechanisms were involved in making the drawer slide open on its own. A close look at their video footage revealed no space where anything could be concealed. John even examined the front of the drawer himself to prove there was no trickery involved. As things seemed to calm down and the paranormal activity appeared to fade, John let his guard down. He began directly challenging the presence he believed was haunting them. But that moment marked a turning point, because from then on everything took a much darker and more terrifying turn.
Leave us alone. This is our apartment. She didn't want me to come at you and address you, but I have to. She's my responsibility. This is my apartment, her apartment. It's not your apartment. You need to leave us alone. No more whispering in her ears when she's showering. No more growling in her ear while she's sleeping. You touching her foot and freaking the dog out. Please stop it. Oh no, stop it. I'm telling you, no please anymore. We said please. Now it's stop it. I got chills. Show yourself. Show yourself in this mirror. Fucking shaking. Don't be a coward. Do it. Show yourself. Do something. Oh my God.
Whatever was inhabiting the place didn't seem to take kindly to having its presence questioned. The strange energy in the room grew heavier, almost as if the unseen entity had been provoked. While some skeptics might call the whole thing staged, John's body language tells a different story. He appears nervous, stumbles over his words, and his expression shows genuine fear. Nothing like someone simply acting out a scripted scene. After going through such a terrifying experience, the couple decided to install a full surveillance system throughout their apartment. And it turned out to be a very wise move. One afternoon, while Digiana was home alone, one of the cameras captured something completely unexpected and spine-chilling. She felt relieved knowing that every corner of their home was now under constant watch. Almost like having invisible eyes ready to catch anything that couldn't be seen by the naked eye.
With one word, Pharaoh can take away your very lives. But there is one thing he cannot take away from you. Your faith. Believe, for we will see God's wonders. Take away from you your faith. Believe, for we will see God's wonders.
Even though the footage looks creepy, some sharp-eyed viewers have noticed a few odd details. For instance, why did Digiana wave at the camera if it was already recording? And while she walked through most of the apartment to prove there were no wires or tricks involved, she skipped one particular room. The same room where the chair mysteriously moved on its own. It might have been an innocent oversight, but it still raises doubts about the video's authenticity. So what do you think? Are John and Digiana really experiencing something paranormal? Or could it all be cleverly staged? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
Oh my God!
A man named Ragazzu works night shifts as a security guard at a remote school in Argentina. The school is isolated from the city with very few surrounding buildings, an eerie setting that's rumored to attract mysterious figures and even signs of cult activity. But what truly makes the place unsettling is its dark and tragic past. In 1970, a 15-year-old student died, along with her unborn baby, after attempting an abortion in one of the school bathrooms. In the 1980s, another student passed away on campus after school hours. Then in 1990, before the school had running water, a young girl drowned in the school's well. A later attempt to build a shrine to the Virgin Mary also ended in disaster. 4 people suddenly died of cardiac arrest, including 2 bricklayers, a teacher, and a janitor. Because of these tragedies, many believe the school holds a lingering dark energy. It's a presence Ragazzu has grown all too familiar with, especially during his late-night patrols, many of which he streams live.
Y aquí en la escuela cuando empiezan a ladrar los perros así a llorar. Visto. Ahí empieza a joder, como a golpear. Todas las noches hace lo mismo. ¿Qué pasa? Tempranito empiezan a hinchar las pelotas.
During one of his live streams, Ragazzu was startled by a series of loud bangs echoing through the school's hallways. Without warning, a heavy door suddenly swung open on its own. Startled and anxious, he rushed toward the noise only to find no one there. Just a heavy, unsettling silence hanging in the air. Trying to calm his nerves, Ragazzu slipped into another room to catch his breath. But his moment of peace didn't last long. The next disturbance came sooner than he ever expected. As Ragazzu stepped back into the hallway, one of the locker doors slowly creaked open, as if pushed by an invisible force. Just seconds later, a nearby light flickered and went out without warning, plunging the corridor into a suffocating darkness. Frozen in place, he could only wonder, was something unseen toying with him? On another occasion, Ragazzu bravely entered the bathroom long rumored to be the heart of the school's darkest stories, especially the one linked to the tragic death of a young student decades ago. Moving cautiously, Ragazzu began checking each bathroom stall one by one, but suddenly the soft voice of a young girl echoed from the dark corner of the room, so real that it sent chills down his spine. Before he could even process what was happening, the bathroom door slammed shut with a loud bang, leaving him frozen in fear. Deep down, Ragazzu was convinced that the voice belonged to the spirit of the student who had met a tragic end there. Trying to calm himself in a place filled with such a dark past, Ragazzu struggled to keep his fear at bay. In a later live stream, he even claimed to have briefly seen the girl's pale face peeking out from behind a window. Unfortunately, the footage was just a brief clip that went unnoticed until one of the viewers caught it after the live stream had ended, leaving more questions than answers. Still, the shadowy figure peeking through the window has stuck with Ragazzu ever since. Whether it was the same spirit tied to the bathroom tragedy or something else entirely remains a mystery. But to Ragazzu, every new incident feels like another piece of an unfinished tale of sorrow. What makes it all the more chilling is that these strange events are happening live, witnessed in real time by viewers who only expected a routine security patrol. Could the string of past tragedies and rumors of dark rituals have awakened an unseen force now lingering in the school's empty halls? Or is there a logical explanation hidden beneath all the paranormal chaos? Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain. With every passing night, Ragazzu finds himself sinking deeper into a maze of fear and uncertainty, a journey with no clear end in sight. In February 2025, a TikTok creator named Michael J. Beck shared a tense and chilling video of himself exploring an old, long-abandoned building in Nashville. Driven by intense curiosity, he hoped to uncover something strange hidden behind the eerie, silent walls of the decaying structure. At first, the video shows Michael casually walking through debris and shadowy hallways, finding nothing unusual, aside from faint whispers that seem to come from an unseen presence. But the tension quickly escalates, turning into a sudden wave of fear. His heart begins to race as if his body senses a looming danger that has yet to reveal itself.
Yeah, I'm at this abandoned prison in Nashville, and I've been hearing voices, and I'm not sure if it's real or not. Oh my God.
Within seconds, the door in front of Michael slowly began to close, as if moved by an unseen force with deliberate intent. Just before it shut completely, a faint shadow with piercing, glowing eyes appeared in the narrow gap, staring silently, as if watching Michael's every move. Unfortunately, the video cuts off only moments after the eerie figure comes into view, leaving viewers puzzled and full of questions. There's no clear explanation as to why Michael entered the abandoned building in the first place, and we're left to speculate. Perhaps he was drawn in by the chilling rumors tied to the location's dark past. What lingers most is the mystery of the glowing-eyed figure. What was it, really? And was it dangerous? Unless more information comes to light, this unsettling encounter may remain unanswered forever. This young couple had just bought what they believed would be their forever home, and since then they've been actively sharing their renovation journey on their social media channel, GBTV. The house, a charming classic built in the 1920s, is full of character, but also hides a number of chilling secrets. Not long after moving in, they accidentally stumbled upon a hidden room. Inside, they discovered an old Bible covered in thick dust. But as it turned out, that was only the beginning of a series of strange events. In a follow-up video, they noticed a small ceiling hatch leading to the attic. Driven by curiosity, they decided to check it out. What they found in the darkness above, however, was truly spine-chilling.
We had to open it.
Driven by curiosity, they open the attic hatch and climb up to see what secrets the house has kept hidden all these years.
Its contents are a bit disturbing. It seemed to be some sort of burnt figure, a dusty teddy bear, and a box in a wrapped bag.
The discovery left them frozen in fear. But instead of backing away, their terror quickly turned into an overwhelming curiosity. Cautiously, they began to search every corner of the attic, paying close attention to every detail. Before long, they stumbled upon strange objects carefully tucked into the cracks of the walls, as if someone from the past had gone to great lengths to deliberately hide them from sight.
You won't believe what we found now. A photo was pushed behind the shawl. Is this the family who lived here before us? The children all have a strange look in their eyes.
While rummaging through the dusty, cluttered attic, the couple came across an old mirror. Behind it, they discovered a folded photograph tucked beneath a worn-out shawl, hidden deep within a crack in the wall. Whoever placed it there clearly didn't want it to ever be found. But what was most disturbing wasn't the hiding spot. It was the photo itself. One of the men in the picture had his eyes completely blacked out. Was this the original family who once lived in the house? And what dark meaning could lie behind those blackened eyes? As they dug deeper, their curiosity slowly turned into regret. A few days later, while continuing their attic renovation, they uncovered something even more chilling. Something that perhaps was never meant to be unearthed.
Imagine finding this in your attic. I was only trying to fill the gaps in the wall with insulation. But this story keeps getting darker. It looks old. And there's writing carved into the lid. It's locked. I wonder if there's a key.
As they shifted a loose section of the wall, the couple uncovered an old wooden box, its surface weathered with age, yet still sealed tightly shut. Etched into the lid was a message in Welsh, unsettling and cryptic. When translated, the chilling warning became clear. Do not open. Even more disturbing, a pentagram had been carved into the side of the box, a symbol long believed to ward off evil forces. But instead of backing away, the couple chose to ignore every warning sign and pressed on.
Really strange objects were inside. Like this small pendant necklace. What looks like a burnt piece from a Ouija board. It's covered in wax. A second key, and this lock of hair.
Carefully, they opened the mysterious box, revealing a collection of deeply unsettling items. A dimly gleaming silver necklace, a scorched fragment of a Ouija board, a lock of human hair, and an oddly shaped old key. The reaction online was immediate. Viewers flooded the comments with warnings, many suggesting the box could be a cursed Dybbuk box, rumored to trap a malevolent spirit. Despite the flood of concern, the couple pressed on. They were convinced the key had to unlock something even more significant. Their search eventually led them to a hidden compartment beneath the attic floorboards. And without hesitation, they opened the box they found inside as well.
This was hidden under our floorboards. A black box, completely covered in wax. The edges are sealed and something stuck in the lid. Don't hate me, but I needed to know what was inside. It fits, but the hole is full of wax. I had to melt it. It still wouldn't turn, so I had to upgrade the tools and break it open. The realtors definitely didn't mention this in the advert. We're a bit concerned about who used to live here. Apparently the writing marked on the lid translates to "Don't let her speak."
As the box snapped open, inside was an ancient Ouija board. along with another chilling message carved into the wood, this time in English. "Don't let her speak." Viewers were deeply unsettled. Many believed the couple may have unknowingly released a dybbuk, a malevolent spirit from Jewish folklore said to be trapped inside boxes like this. If that's the case, they may have accidentally invited something evil into their home. So how does it all connect? Some speculate that a former resident secretly practiced witchcraft or dark rituals. Others think the house itself might be cursed. But what do you think is really going on here? Share your thoughts in the comments. A chilling video recently surfaced on the High Strangeness subreddit, posted by a user named 87 Lucas Oliveira. The footage was recorded on February 6, 2025, at a farm in El Salvador. The clip captures the nighttime atmosphere around the property, where a group of dogs appears visibly agitated, barking loudly at something hidden in the distance. Their frantic howls seem to signal that whatever they're sensing is making them extremely uneasy. Without warning, a mysterious shadowy figure appeared at the edge of the property, its form resembling a human yet faint and almost see-through. It moved slowly from left to right in eerie silence, sending chills down the spine. To this day, no one has been able to explain exactly what the strange entity was, and the mystery still lingers. Some believe it could be a malevolent spirit, while others think it might have been a trick of the light, or perhaps an unknown creature we've never seen before. What do you think really happened? Share your thoughts in the comments. A tense and unsettling video recently made the rounds on social media, posted by a user named Leandro Petraioli. In the clip, Leandro claims that the house he lives in is haunted by a supernatural presence. When he first moved in, neighbors wasted no time warning him about the previous resident, a woman who reportedly died under mysterious and tragic circumstances. Locals believe her spirit has never found peace and still roams the house. Some even think she's out for revenge. At first, Leandro didn't believe in any of it. He dismissed the stories as nothing more than neighborhood rumors. But everything changed one night while he was alone in the kitchen. Strange, unexplainable noises echoed through the house, shaking his disbelief and slowly replacing it with fear.
Olha aqui. Olha isso, gente. Olha aqui na cozinha. Meu Deus do céu, o que é isso, velho? Olha isso. Que isso, cara? Olha isso aqui. O ventilador ligou sozinho. Olha isso. Ai, que isso? Eu estou com medo.
Leandro is now more convinced than ever that the strange events happening in his home are tied to the spirit of the mysterious woman, just as the neighbors had long whispered. From faint whispers in the dark to doors slowly creaking open on their own, each unexplained incident has chipped away at his former disbelief in the supernatural. So what do you think? Are these eerie occurrences proof that his home is truly haunted? Or could they be signs of a restless soul still bound to the place of her untimely death? Share your thoughts in the comments. A chilling recording was captured inside an old, long-abandoned Indian Health Service hospital. A place now cloaked in an eerie atmosphere heavy with dark history and death. Originally built in the early 20th century, the hospital once served as a vital medical center for surrounding Native American communities. Patients would travel for hours just to receive care within its walls. Though it once stood as a symbol of healing and hope, the building has also witnessed countless tragedies. Many lives came to a sorrowful end inside its now empty rooms, and it's as if the energy of those who passed still lingers in the air. Beneath the hospital lies a hidden basement room with a grim past. It was once used as an improvised morgue, where lifeless bodies were temporarily stored. The moment you step inside, everything changes. The air feels thick, and the silence presses down like whispers from souls that never found peace. And it was there, just after 2 a.m., that something truly unsettling was caught on camera. As the footage begins to play, get ready, because you're about to see it for yourself. An unfamiliar black shadow slowly drifted across the empty hallway, silently gliding from one side to the other. The entire building was completely deserted, and there was no logical explanation for the appearance of this mysterious figure. Though it appeared only for a moment, its presence left a lasting and undeniable impression. Just as the tension seemed to ease, the door at the end of the hall suddenly slammed shut, pushed, it seemed, by an invisible force. Was it the spirit of someone who met a tragic end in this very place? Or perhaps lingering energy from patients who took their final breath in the cold, lifeless basement below? Whatever the case may be, this strange phenomenon, from the unexplained shadow to the self-closing door, serves as a chilling reminder that some disturbances from beyond don't simply fade away. Sometimes the unseen lingers, long after life is gone. On the Paranormal Encounters subreddit, a user named Boa Sinfua shared a video he claims was sent to him by a friend. The footage, captured overnight by a home security camera, appears perfectly normal at first glance. Nothing seems out of place. But beneath the calm surface lies something deeply unsettling, enough to send chills down your spine and spark countless theories among viewers. Watch closely. For a brief moment, nothing seems out of the ordinary in the dimly lit room. Everything looks completely normal. But suddenly a large water jug violently crashes to the floor as if thrown by an unseen force. The sharp, abrupt movement shatters the stillness, leaving behind a chilling sense that something unexplainable is lurking in the shadows. In a comment below the post, a user named 8man27 offers some important context that may shed light on this unsettling incident. They wrote, "Hey dude, this is my house. Sorry about the mess. I've got a baby and didn't think to clean up before filming this fake video, right? That's why I didn't post this publicly. I knew there'd be skeptics. But the keyboard warriors really get to me. I don't have another explanation, and I could tell you all day that this is real. I have no reason to make this up, and I didn't post it all over the internet for likes. OP is our friend and wanted to share it." The reason the camera's in the kitchen is because the day before, this same jug reappeared on the counter after being missing for weeks. So we set up the camera, not thinking it would actually catch anything. And yeah, this isn't the only weird thing we've captured, but I'm not sharing more with people who just want to be rude. Bottom line, believe it or don't, but this video is real. I'm a real mom with a real kitchen and real feelings. Bye. This comment highlights exactly why so many people hesitate to share their paranormal experiences online. Anyone who's ever posted supposed evidence of the supernatural knows how quickly the ridicule and harsh comments can pour in, leaving them frustrated and disheartened. Now that you've heard the backstory, what do you think? Is there truly a restless spirit haunting this mother's home? Or could there be a more rational explanation behind what happened? Share your thoughts on this eerie mystery in the comments below. As soon as Jake Slater found out he'd have the house to himself for the night, an idea immediately popped into his head. He quickly called his best friend James and invited him over for a secret sleepover. One they hoped Jake's parents would never find out about. Like always, their hangouts were full of laughter, mischief, and very little actual sleep. But this night was different. Sleep wasn't even an option. What they caught on camera was straight out of a nightmare. And here's what made it even more unsettling. This was Jake's home. He had to return to that same room night after night. James, on the other hand, could just pack up and leave. Watch the footage closely.
How about this? How about I date your mom and make your bedtime 2 hours earlier? You no-talent piece of... Keep it up with the insult, and there will be no West Point A. Do you get what I'm saying, bitch? I will bury you and your sister in the sandbox. Do not text me. Your move, Four Eyes.
Dude, look at my sign just started moving. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a ghost in my house.
Which sign?
I'm in bedroom.
You know that?
It's been doing it for like 3 minutes. Weston just left. He started doing it when he was here.
Really? Where's he going?
I don't know.
Is he going out?
What is it doing? Are you kidding me?
Sage, what do we do?
My sign is moving.
Outrageous. Outrageous. Maybe your furnace kicked on?
No.
What's up? What are you doing?
As strange noises echoed from behind the closed door, a hanging sign in Jake's room suddenly began to sway gently, moving back and forth as if pushed by an invisible force. Jake stepped closer, recording the moment, but the movement continued untouched and unexplained. They searched every corner of the room trying to find the source. maybe a draft, loose wiring, anything that might make sense of what they were seeing. But nothing added up. There was no logical explanation. Feeling increasingly unsettled, James didn't stick around. He quickly called an Uber and left Jake behind to deal with whatever was still lurking in that room. With no way to leave without alerting his parents, Jake had no choice but to stay, trapped in a night filled with tension, fear, and unanswered questions. This chilling footage was first shared by a Reddit user named NewRaisin5425 in the Ghosts community. In his post, he explained that he works in an old, classically designed building located in downtown Phoenix, Arizona. Because of work demands, he often stays late into the night to meet deadlines. One night, just before midnight, he caught a glimpse of something moving out of the corner of his eye. It happened in a flash, but it was enough to send chills down his spine. He couldn't help but wonder, was it just a trick of the light, or was something really lurking in the darkness? Not wanting to miss the chance, he quickly pulled out his phone and started recording, hoping to capture whatever might be hiding in the stillness of the night.
Did you see it?
Out of nowhere, a dark shadow appeared at the far end of the empty hallway. Startled and filled with fear, his hands shook as he held his phone, accidentally cutting off the recording mid-shot. According to the person who posted it, there was no logical reason for anyone to be in that part of the building at such a late hour. Feeling that something was definitely off, he shared the video on the r/ghosts community on Reddit, believing he may have had a real encounter with something from beyond. So what do you think? Was it truly a ghostly figure roaming the halls? Or could there be a more logical, earthly explanation behind what happened that night? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Some people still believe in black magic and dark witchcraft, thinking they can influence or even harm others through mystical means. Recently, a video went viral online, supposedly showing someone who fell victim to such practices. Now that person is acting strange, wild like an animal, or maybe something even more terrifying. Watch closely.
Hacía allá así en 4 patas corrió desde mi barrio hasta la forma, atravesó el río para la chuchada allá, güey, se oía la chuchada donde venía el verde.
The man moves in strange, twisted ways, making wild sounds that don't resemble any human or animal. Is he just someone under the influence of drugs and trapped in a cage? Or is there something darker going on? Let me know what you think. The Japanese ghost hunting channel, Binu TV, takes viewers on a journey through the darkest and most haunted corners of the country. Paranormal investigator Shoko bravely enters an old, abandoned train station, what he considers the most terrifying place he's ever visited. Once, Higashi Aoyama Station was a busy and vital transportation hub. But disaster struck when an accident inside a tunnel triggered a massive landslide that killed 25 people and severely damaged the railway tracks. The rails were buried under the earth, and a new station was built to replace the old one. Now the haunted old station and its eerie tunnel have been overtaken by a dense, overgrown forest. Locals often share chilling stories about the station's haunted past, believing the spirits of those who died in the tragedy still linger there. Unaware of the horrors that await, Chiru decides to investigate the dark mystery of the haunted station on his own.
マジでさ、こういうとこからこうやって、やっぱこの高さっていうのが怖いけど、どうしてもリアリティだよね。この白線の感じと。いやでも一生来ることのない電車をさ、こうやって待つわけだから。あっ！ちょっと待って。ちょっと待って、本当に怖い。今手になんかついてたって。虫
Have you ever witnessed this moment? Kyoko emerged from the dark, mysterious tunnel and stepped onto the old, fragile platform. Suddenly, something brushed against his arm, startling him so much that he dropped his flashlight. When he turned around to check, all he saw were dark shadows and eerie silence. Some viewers claim they saw a mysterious hand reaching out to touch Kyoko, while Tew believes it was probably just a small insect passing by. So, what do you think really happened? Could it be one of the restless spirits said to haunt this forgotten train station? Share your thoughts in the comments below.